Hi, this is Paul in the 619. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing Daily Class issue 52, written by Rick Remender and drawn by Wes Craig. This is a series that I've been reading from the very beginning. It's one of my favorite comics that I get to read. There was a little hiatus for a while, but I'm so happy that it's back. The thing with Rick Remender, it looks like he's gonna end the series. So the storyline right now, it's entitled "Fond Farewell," and this one is part 4. I'm not sure how many parts there are, but that one is part 4, the Fond Farewell. So I don't know how long he's gonna write this story. This particular story arc, but yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. The thing is that pretty much Rick Remender, he's tying up a lot of loose ends, and in this issue, Marcus is grown up. He's not a kid anymore. He's actually living in San Francisco with Maria. He ends up with Maria, and let me tell you a little bit of backstory. The thing with Marcus, in from issue 1, he is a orphan who ends up being homeless, and the thing is, he's always been by himself. He's a survivor. So in the comic, he ends up going to a school for assassins in King's Dominion. And in King's Dominion, a lot of the students they're already affiliated with like a crime syndicate or like a mafia family or a gang. And the thing with Marcus is that he doesn't have anybody. He's pretty much depends on himself, and that's the thing though. You would think he'd be at a disadvantage, but he's actually not. Because he's used to being by himself, and he's used to relying on himself, and the thing is that you find out that he actually does well in this school, even though it's not easy. I mean, the kids are always tested, and then pretty much that's how the story goes from issue to issue. It's like there's the things that they're going through the school, and in issue 52, Marcus he's grown up. He's living in San Francisco with Maria, and Maria was in King's Dominion. She was the girlfriend of another guy. His name was Chico, and he was affiliated with like Mexican mafia, and the thing is that Maria ends up killing Chico, defending, because she was defending Marcus. So and that's the thing. They had a romantic connection in high school, but after high school, they kind of lost contact, and then later on in this storyline they meet up again. But in this comic, they end up being together. So they're in San Francisco, and Marcus is actually kind of following his dream as a writer, and he's writing for like punk bands. And he has an article in a free publication, and unfortunately it doesn't pay very well. And you see that Maria ends up being a nanny for rich families, so she takes care of well-off parents' kids. So she does that, and the thing is that they live a very modest lifestyle, and not something that I expected. I thought that would be more lavish, because the thing with being an assassin, you think that you get those you do those hits and you get paid a lot of money. But you find out later that they quit that lifestyle, and they're actually trying to make it the right way. But you find it that they're paycheck to paycheck. The thing is that we find out later that Maria is sick, that she has problems with her muscles, and that later on it's going to be she's going to get some very expensive medical bills. So Marcus, in his head, he's thinking, man, I need to do something else besides what I'm doing, because I need to take care of her. And so, and the thing is that he loves her, and he ends up asking her to marry her. And first off, Maria, was hesitant, because she was all like, oh, I don't want you to marry me if I'm going to be like this and stuff. But and the thing with Marcus, he doesn't care. He loves her. So he said, no matter what happens, I'll be there for you. So she ends up saying yes. So the thing is that he kind of like drives her up the coast, proposes to her, and then after that they drive to Vegas to get married. And the last time we found Marcus in Vegas, he was with his friends, and he actually went there for a reason. He went there to kill Billy's father. Billy's the punk rocker that he went to high school with, that Marcus went to high school with, and he actually agreed to kill. He agreed to kill Billy's abusive father, and he ends up doing it. So that was the last time they were in Vegas. And the thing with when they went to Vegas to kill Billy's father, Vegas was a lot different. It was a little old, run down, dirty. But now that Marcus has grown up and he's marrying Maria, Vegas is like, brand new casinos. It's a lot of glitz and glamour. So they end up in Vegas, and then when they get married in Vegas, some of their friends from high school end up being at their wedding, and Maria's surprised, and Marcus secretly invited all of them. But unbeknownst to like Marcus and the people there at the wedding, there was one guy who went to high school, went to this school for assassins that didn't go. He actually stayed home. And I'm pretty sure he was watching it on the internet, and as they're doing that, there was two guys. One of the guys goes into the kitchen to get some wine, and while that person's getting wine, that he gets killed by a mysterious person with a silencer. And then the classmate goes into the kitchen to see what's taking the other person so long, and that person ends up getting killed. So someone's out there trying to kill the Marcus and the other classmates, but we don't know who it is. So, and that's what I like about Rick Remender. He always has a cliffhanger. He's always leaving you with wanting more. And he's just a great writer, and I'm a big fan. And I'm a big fan of this series. So if anyone hasn't read this, I highly recommend it. It's a great read. I would try to get the trades. It'd be a lot easier than tracking down the individual issues. But highly recommend it. So thank you for visiting my channel, and hopefully you liked the video. And I really appreciate you being here. And as always, peace. Take care.